Sorry. What were you guys saying? I couldn't hear you. I had to take off my headphones for a second.
I said, doesn't Rocco ever see that these people are using him?
No, I don't think he does. He just trusts people. He's got crazy trust issues because he trusts too many of the wrong people, and then he fucks people over that are actually good people. Like, I don't know. He's never going to understand a healthy relationship because he's never had one.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't. It would make it hard.
Yeah, well, that's where I felt bad for him.
He's either been enabled by his family members or his significant others his whole life, or, or he establishes very unhealthy relationships with people based on SSP stuff where people think that Rocco might have powers or some shit.
Wow.
And you know what I mean? And he gets involved with people through that aspect. Like, there's people that like moved across country to go be with Rocco.
I know.
Yeah.
What's her name? That girlfriend?
Yeah, the guitar playing one.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. No, she tried to, she messaged me and asked me if she could live here. I laughed.
I remember.
I didn't know what to say. I was like, no, that's insane. Like, what are you talking about? No, you can't come live with me.
Pass that over here, Simon. Don't hog it for yourself.
No, that's Jody.
Oh.
Simon's
Pass it on,
moving.
Jody.
Wait.
Pass it
What
on.
are you
I
saying?
thought Simon had one.
No, I turned on my camera so Jody could come in and do dabs.
Nah.
I thought you were drawing on a spleef.
What? You
Not
serious?
Not in that country. You lose a hand or something.
Hey, Jacob, don't be playing on the UK like that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
What do they do?
Yeah.
Is it short sleeve or long sleeve? Like stealing diamonds up there.
Yo,
Jeez,
ain't one
quick
thing or
break.
another. I don't know. Look, Brad.
Here,
Ooh.
you just
Is that your
run to the vape
perception?
store.
Wait, stop. No, I'm talking to Jacob. Wait a sec. Brad, what did you say? What did
I
you
said,
say?
here we just take a quick
Nah,
I
trip
ain't
to the vape
talking.
store.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to
I said short sleeve or long sleeve. Is it like blood diamonds out there?
blood diamonds.
Yeah.
You are wild. You are wild. Do you know what you just said?
Yeah.
You know what you
Do
said?
you understand the reference?
Yeah, I mean, that you're talking about some African shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Who do you think gets all of the fucking diamonds? That's where you're from. They're the people that get the diamonds.
Wow. Okay.
Am I wrong? Look it up right now.
Wait a sec. Oh. Okay.
Look
Are you serious?
Look at classic diamond.
Yo, wait. Yo,
Give that girl some water.
wait. I'm gonna bring my babe up. Babe, come over here, please. Can you come over here, please?
Oh my Lanta, for the love of
All right.
life.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna bring my lady up here, okay? She's gonna explain diamonds to you because her name is Diamond. Period.
Oh.
Yo,
that's the first red flag. Are you talking about somebody that's you're gonna introduce me to a girl that's actually named Diamond? I'm not gonna lie. That's the first red flag.
Ooh,
Let's see where we can go from
all right, Jacob. Tell me,
Next up to the stage, right. Diamond.
Hey,
I just wanted to give her an introduction.
Yo, tell me a good introduction. Yeah, I appreciate that. But I'm just saying, like, what do you know about diamonds?
I don't know a lot about diamonds. I was literally just referencing the Leonardo DiCaprio movie Blood Diamond. And all of the dealers in that were English. Yeah. That's why I asked you if you understood. Remember when I asked you if you understood the reference, and then you went over that part? That's what I was talking about.
I love you, bro.
That's what he says in the movie. He says short sleeve or long sleeve. Then they chop off the guy's arm. And I was saying, is that what it's like for weed in Europe?
Wow.
So who is this in the background?
That's my baby.
Hi, baby.
Should I invite her up?
Yo, Ma, be careful.
I just said
Careful.
hi. You said her name was Baby. I said hi, Baby.
Hey, don't do that. Come on.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good
Hello.
evening. Hello.
Hello. I'm just here because Simon asked me to join, so
Welcome.
You're,
thank you.
you're supposed to be telling us about diamonds.
Oh, about diamonds, the clarity. I mean, typical. I'm
Oh,
not
pretty
typical, but
lady.
thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so tired of a headache. It's so bit of a headache today, so. Simon asked me to come by, and I love him dearly. So I said, "Well, let me meet some new people."
I'm
All
glad you
right,
came up.
so can I do
Hmm?
something? Jacob, um, is my baby Dory. Mud Rabbit is my
Yeah.
baby Dory.
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
thank, thank you for having me.
Apparently, Mud Rabbit is 72 years old,
No,
some
I'm
shit like that.
69. I'll be 70 in March.
Well, that's amazing. That's
So,
good.
Thank
so if
you.
you haven't
I'll be
realized,
proud.
What's
Pardon
so
that?
me?
Dory, Dory, if you haven't realized this yet, Simon doesn't listen to anything that anybody else says. He just kind of talks. That's why he gave us a roundabout number like 72. We literally conversation. Just something to prepare yourself for. Just something to prepare
Why
yourself
have
for.
I heard that somewhere before? My husband is a trip. I will tell you. But he does listen. He listens to me.
I know I'm
If
messy.
that's if
Like,
that's any hope
I
for
was just
you,
having fun. Like, ain't no like thing, you know.
yeah. But this is a pleasant platform. I mean, the
Yo,
vibes were really
Jacob's a dude.
decent.
I'll tell you something. Jacob's a dude, bro. He's a bit like that
Uh,
dude. What's the other dude? Uh,
who? Ted
I, I forget his name.
on your platform?
Yeah.
Winslow.
What's the matter, Simon? You don't
No.
like alpha dudes?
I'm so confused.
I'm totally alpha. Period. What are you laughing at?
Um,
God damn.
That's
we're
in case
both
you're wondering.
laughing, babe.
That's a new ongoing joke. That
Hmm.
That's my new nickname when I'm getting trolled. Apparently,
What's
Let me
that? What's
see.
that? Look,
Dad Bod, Jacob
look,
Dad Bod.
pull up again, please. What does it say?
Dad bod.
Dad bud. Ooh, dad bud. What is not wrong with
Dad
that? God,
vibe.
there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. I got a dad bud. I'm fit as fine as hell. Jesus.
That's so funny.
I feel
Rabbit,
like
what are
Dad
you gonna
Bod's.
do with these two?
I feel like Dad Bod's very. I think it's a very vague term. I mean,
Mm-mm-mm.
anybody that is a dad has a bod, I assume,
Mhm.
of some sort. But I don't
Yeah,
I'm
know.
so
because
sorry.
I'll tell you why. Because we gotta wake up
Well,
in the
I hope
morning
not
and
like
provide.
Al Bundy. Al
Yo,
Bundy, bud. That's the dead.
yo,
Remember Al Bundy, Rabbit? Oh, you
yo,
guys didn't
so.
watch the latest? You remember that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Al Bundy
I'm
has a
Yo,
sorry.
dad bod.
not
Yeah,
on
he is
still,
a dad
baby.
vibe.
You know I love you.
Yeah.
It's just
Let me see.
That
3 days.
beard.
Look, we go provide for our children. Like, you know what I mean? Free meals a day. Period. Like,
Plus snack, and
That doesn't
snack.
keep you in shape though.
No, you
Let's
yeah, it
not
gotta put
does.
them
pretend
in
that
between
You
let's
gonna
not
meals.
run around.
pretend that the average dad today can't just be a dad and meals could be provided and doesn't mean he's in shape. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't think those two things correlate. That just means, yeah, he's a provider. At least there's meals there. And actually, that doesn't even mean he's a provider. There could be meals there regardless if he's providing. It doesn't
Okay,
take much to be a dad
interesting.
in the United States anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jacob.
On
I'm
his
interested in what you just said.
on
Okay.
what he just called, you know,
Mm,
what dad's obligations are. I don't think as many dads step up, and it could just be because of our system too, though, and the fact that you have to have a two-income household in order to maintain a somewhat normal life.
Yep.
All right.
okay.
So
It's a
why
balancing
do
Simon,
you
thing.
think?
let me interject really quickly because I gotta go on mute. I just want to say this. I want to turn the the other conversation a little bit. Okay, the Chinese told us that with the trades and the tariffs that pretty much Americans are lazy. You know, we say that dads either one parent, two parent household. To me, doesn't make a difference. Don't you all think that with nutrition being a lack thereof in the average American household, that father should be an example, a role model, exercising, proper sleep, vitamins, etc., proper nutrition value, you know, I think so because I mean obesity in the United States. I also think that you know parents should always be role models because what happens is that we leave society to raise our children and we don't raise our children, so therefore it's a trickle down effect and a repeated cycle. That's my thoughts.
And I let me feel this one first, Mud Rabbit. I think it's a multiple tiers like that. That's one aspect of it. And when you're getting things like a bad food pyramid, it sounds like you're a little bit older. Nothing
Yes.
mean about it, Dory. But we used to have a food pyramid that was just fucked up, and that was what was taught to kids in school. And it's just the wrong order of things. And bread and pasta and stuff like that aren't the main things that your body needs to have. And then we also have a society of people that are at home playing video games all the time or on the internet all the time, which makes them less active. And the screen time is a regular discussion in any household that has a child in it. Like that was never a conversation we had 30 years ago. When it comes to if people are going to be able to do the jobs, yeah, America was built on people doing jobs. It wasn't built on just slavery or just immigrants or just anything else. It had to do with people going out and actually working too. Like there's no way that things were getting built prior to that. But yeah, there's multiple aspects, whether it's diet, whether it's just the fact that we have companies that are benefiting off of slave labor right now with immigrants. That's basically what it is. They're just benefiting off of slave labor, and anybody that's fighting for it is fighting for people to get us less than minimum wage for heavy, intense jobs. And yeah, there's a bunch of things stopping us from growth, and I don't think it's just diet, but it's definitely a big aspect of it.
It's collective. It's absolutely collective. It all starts with self. You know, a lot of times people just go into the rat race, get up in the morning, get the kids off, whatever they do their norms to get to that 9 to 5 job, and not pouring really into their families as I think so.
Well,
And
at
I can
that
take
point,
this
the state
conversation.
takes over.
Well,
There
At that
you
point, with two
go.
parents working, the state now has your child and they get
yeah,
educated through a
Exactly.
deteriorating
and you
educational
have to,
system.
and you almost have to.
Hmm.
Like I don't know a lot of parents that can have
It's
a
forced.
regular
It's
job.
forced.
Exactly. To have a job where you can actually make a decent amount of money, you're gone for several hours of the day. You can't have an at home um, caregiver or wife or husband. Then I don't understand how it's even doable. Like you have
Well,
to
it's
send
done
them to
on
public school,
purpose.
so now they're in the system.
It's done on purpose. They
It,
keep raising the
mhm.
rates in the Fed, and then prices go up. They raise the price of gas, prices go up, and they're strangling us. Again, it's a long game. They're strangling us a
You're not
little bit at a time.
uh, rabbit. You know what you just said?
Hmm.
Control.
Yes,
Control. It's
absolutely.
control.
And the
Simple,
boomers are
simple,
the
simply put.
last. The
Mm,
boomers are the last fortunate generation that can own their house outright and own their car outright. And
Mm,
the
mm.
younger kids can't afford a home, can't afford their
mhm.
cars, don't know how to
That's
cook.
right.
They're
Yeah, but
helpless.
wait a
But
minute.
that
Why do
they
you
want
think
us renting and not owning
why do you
anything
think why do you think younger generation can't afford their
Because
houses?
of the
because of
economy,
cost of living. Just because
the
of cost
cost
of
of
living.
living. Yeah.
Bro, so what you're saying is they're broke. Is that what you said?
No, what we're saying is it costs more to live now than it did
Wait, I mean, what happened in the
30 years
younger
ago.
generations is that your parents will take care of you, right?
No, Simon, it's called
No,
systematic economics. It's a
Yes.
yeah,
system. And
You
if
Yes.
you
say
don't educate yourself on
systematic economics?
systematic economics, correct.
Yes.
You
And if
know,
you
Mm.
you
don't
don't,
recognize it and deal with it within your own household, you get lost in it. It's
So,
yeah.
programming.
apparently, all these young people we lost faith in, and like we're just gonna let them get like lost in like systematic economics? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
No, we're
it's
struggling with
something
it.
No.
it's something that's out of our control, and
Yeah.
this is also
No,
on something where
I think you giving
there's
up. I
no
think like
Well, it's
at
not,
the end
Tom.
of
It's
the
not
day,
about giving up. We're talking about the norm. We're not
well,
talking about
nah,
you,
this ain't
Bishop,
no
Brad.
no.
We're not
there's
There's
so
talking
no
many
such
about.
Okay,
thing as
Simon,
norm.
there's
sometimes a parent will recognize it and do
Right.
something within the household to ameliorate it, such as we did.
I'll tell you something about a parent,
one,
right?
but
You know
hold
what
on,
a parent looks
because
like?
hold on, Taylor.
A parent looks like
Stay on topic.
But the other thing I think is a key factor of all of this is we're doing it in the United States with the fiat currency, where our currency is probably not going to be around very much longer. I don't know
No,
what it's
it's on the
like.
way
We
out.
know it's not. We know it's not backed by anything. We know it's just backed. They're printing more of it.
don't. All right. So
Our
the only
currency
reason why she
Simon. I'm gonna say this.
is
I'm
an
gonna. Hey. You guys. I gotta run, but I want to leave you all with something. Just think about complacency. That's why we lost the Vietnam War. Complacency. So when you
Mm-hmm.
look at something, I understand your answer and where you're going with this, but you have to look at the problem to get a solution. You all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you for having me, and I'd love to come back.
Oh, please
yeah.
do.
Come
I'd
back
love to
anytime.
talk to you some more.
Thank you. I enjoyed myself. Nice meeting you all.
It was
Yeah,
nice
Thanks,
meeting
sub
Simon.
you
up and
too.
sub up, and then you can
All
see the
right.
we go up random times. So
Okay.
make
no
sure
no
to sub up.
stay here.
I
You
sure
know what
will.
it is.
Now I have to go help mother real quick. I'll be right there on the other thing. Okay. Thank
All right.
you. Thank you so much. I'm going.
So what I was gonna say is just like what she was saying with the Vietnam War, just like everything else, there's multiple aspects of it. The reason we lost the Vietnam War is because apparently America forgot what fucking guerrilla warfare was, and we didn't understand that we're not good at guerrilla warfare if we're on somebody else's turf. It just doesn't work like that. They're gonna have the advantage. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why we shouldn't
There were
even
several
been
levels to
we
that.
shouldn't even
One,
been in Vietnam at the
yeah,
time.
there were several levels to that. One was people made money off of it. Adnan Khashoggi was big on that one. And then you had the depopulation thing. You know, get rid of a percentage of the young men, and a certain percentage of babies won't be born. And then there was the fact that we were trying to get control of another country. So yeah, it had many different not so nice reasons for happening.
Yeah.
And those of us that watched it happen couldn't do anything to stop it.
Well, and that was the last time we had a draft, right?
Yeah. Boy,
Speaking
that
out
was
really did.
scary.
Speaking out really didn't do much at the time.
No, but when my husband immigrated to this country, when he was just getting his residency, he had to register for that draft.
I feel like technically you're supposed to register for the draft still, but I've never actually had to like. I think it's just done automatically because I've
There's
never
no
actually had to do anything.
reason at all that we should be outside of this country fighting someone else's war, killing people elsewhere. There's no reason for that. We should be protecting our own and let the rest of the people work it out among themselves. We've paid too much attention to other people and not enough attention to ourselves.
Yeah, but what if Bibi Netanyahu needs us?
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm sure
But
he
he
will.
always needs us, and
Always,
I just
always.
I don't know if you heard the statistic. The most popular name in the UK now for newborns. Can you guess what it is?
Is it BB?
Nope.
What?
It's Muhammad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the
Yep.
new number one name that they're giving children
Yeah,
in the UK
and
right now by statistics.
every last one of those Mohammeds is a Muslim.
Why do you think that?
They all do that. They have two names.
What are the two names?
Well, for instance, they'll have Muhammad Abdul or Abdul Muhammad,
So wait. Let me ask you a kind of a counter to see if it's the same on both ends. If you see a Mexican child and his name's Jesus, would you assume he was Catholic?
No,
Why not?
I wouldn't assume he's Mexican.
Okay, a Spanish speaking person. That's all I know.
No, because I come from Miami. Everybody Spanish speaks down there. They're from
The
everywhere.
majority, I thought the majority of Spanish speaking people were Catholic. I was
Well,
under the
damn.
impression.
Not
I was under that
necessarily.
impression.
Not
Mm-mm.
necessarily.
That's just
There-
mine. That
there's-
might be just me, my encounter.
Yeah, a
But
large majority of them might be, but I can't speak. I can't speak to facts because I don't know that fact. I don't know.
That's
the percentage.
crazy. That's crazy.
if you ever see a candle for like Mother Mary, see who it's geared for. Yeah,
Yeah.
by the art style, by the everything.
Yeah, I know. We have a couple.
Yeah. And they're only geared for one art style, and it's not I don't think it's a racist thing, or it's just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they burn those candles for a reason. Well, it's their faith.
Well, damn.
But that's why I figured it was similar to. I thought it was a fair comparison to Muhammad.
Jacob is a fucking genius. I
I'm
love
not a
this shit.
genius. I am not.
Yes, you are.
I am
You want to
not-
get your head around that. Yo, apply to Mensa. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You're a
thank you.
genius.
I don't want to get those back. Like no.
And by the way, the Sunnis don't
Mensa.
always do that. Jacob, did
Yeah.
you hear me?
The Sunnis don't always do that.
The Sunnis don't do that. The Shiites do.
Don't let these fools on YouTube try to make you play. I've been watching you for a while.
Pause.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I got bounced because my lady, she came up and she's like, "Yo, it's time to go to bed." So
I like her. I hope she comes back.
I got
Thank you for
comply.
bringing her in.
Yeah, next time send her over.
All right, you have a good time. I might look
Yeah.
if she lets me up, or if she falls asleep, I might come back up.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, peace, Mud.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
I gotta see if Giggle Pickles messaged me back. I don't know if she was having connection issues or what.
What's up with her?
She just got back from climbing trip. She went mountain climbing. She's
Oh.
got some videos that she sent me.
Did she enjoy it?
Well, I wanted her to kind of explain it all. It sounds like she enjoyed it. She was in the hospital. She just got out.
And she went on a hiking trip?
Yeah.
Wow.
And everybody came down with something in her group.
Uh-oh.
So she ended up in the hospital for a little bit. And
dear.
yeah. So I was waiting to hear that. She tried to join, but her camera wouldn't turn on for some reason. And I could tell she was having a connection issue, and then she didn't try to join again. But I also didn't know if it was because there was a lot of people on. And sometimes when there's a lot of people on, I can see why people don't want to join.
Yeah.
Pena's been dropping little random messages to me.
Well, tell him for me to come on back.
If you could see what I'm replying, you'd understand. He just doesn't respond to stuff like that.
Like what?
So he said, tell Muddrabit Q is on schedule.
Yeah, I got that.
I sent you that part.
Yeah.
And I said, to be fair, I wish I could talk to you two. Talk to the two of you about it, because she's trying to explain to me and I'm lost and I can't understand why Donald Trump would be doing some of these things he's doing. Epstein list thing is a joke. She tried to explain to me like it's all part of the plan, but I'm just lost about it. Like I was asking for his help and saying, hey, come on here and explain this to me.
Come on here, let's discuss it.
But yeah, no, he doesn't acknowledge those, and then he'll just send me like a short or something after that. I'm like, all right.
I wonder what he's up to. Wow, I really miss the guy. He was fun to talk to.
No, I know he's a good conversation. It just makes me wonder what what kind of oversight is going on, or if it's just if he really thinks it's a health thing. Like I can, he doesn't understand like the abilities I have now. I can just turn off the chat. I can't make him not use his fucking phone and pull up YouTube, but. Oh, Canadian dumbass over here.
Yeah, I got it. I let it through. The
Okay,
YouTube
good.
grabbed it.
Yeah, we have a regular on, at least in our chat. He's been on the show a couple times. Canadian Patriot, and he likes to give us our Canadian correspondent and tells us how Trudeau's doing. But now I know you guys got a new leader now, right? In Canada,
Mark Carney.
McCurney. Is that who got it? What's going on with the New York race? Is that the one that everybody's up in arms about?
What, with Mamdani? I think he
Well,
lost.
Mamdani,
Yeah, I
did
think he
Mamdani
lost.
lose? I thought he was leading, and then I thought, what's his name was still in the running. His brother's in media. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Cuomo.
Yeah, Cuomo. I thought he was still in the running, and I thought a couple of like the last time I
Well,
even
which
checked
is the
in on-
lesser of the two evils? I
Yeah, I
wonder.
don't know.
You know, I've watched Mamdani on interviews, and he's so damn obvious. I wonder if he's a plant. He's
I mean,
poison. I think he's poison in the well.
I think weird things about New York, Illinois, and California when I see all of a sudden somebody just comes out of nowhere and everybody's super offended by them. I'm like, I don't know. How does somebody just come out of nowhere like that? Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem logical.
Yeah, I want to ask on the fence. What province are you in? I wonder if she's in Alberta. She'll be with us pretty soon.
I love that. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Mark Carney, don't shoot me, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, not a lot of people are fans.
She's from British Columbia.
British Columbia.
Shout out to BC.
Yeah, they're talking. I was watching oh God, I can't remember her name. She was talking about
Susan Summers.
no. Alberta. She was talking about Alberta seceding and becoming part of America, which would attach us to Alaska, no doubt. But see, Carney's playing a dangerous game right now because Canada gets all their resources, all the oil, everything is over in Alberta.
That's my favorite thing to say to my Canadian friends is tell me more about the 51st state. And
Yeah.
Some of them, like, they decide if they're going to talk to me. There's this one lady I talked to when I was on Bambi's show, and her name was Rochelle. And I talked to her about it, and she was super offended. This was probably a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago. Yeah, she absolutely hated the idea. And
Well,
that's when I started.
I have a friend that I have known since I was online 1996. And I've stayed in touch with her over the years. We've both grown old and we all have aches and pains. So I check in on her once in a while. She's in a wheelchair now. She loved Trudeau. And she really kind of drank the Kool-Aid. Her opening statement to me was asking me if I was a Trump supporter. And I told her, yes, I was. And, you know, she clearly let me know she was on the other side of that fence. And I told her, I said, well, I'll make a promise. I won't bring it up to you and I won't bother you with it. I said, we used to talk about all kinds of things. We can just continue from there. And I worry about her because if she's in Alberta and if Alberta becomes the 51st state, it's good for Albertans. It's really good for Albertans. It's good for us. And she doesn't realize it would be good for her because she's in a situation now where she could use the increase in her monthly benefits.
Well, just it's so many like little things. Like people make fun of me for bringing this up, but I can tell the difference of paying $12 for a jug of milk and paying whatever we paid, like less than $2 for a jug of milk.
Yeah.
Like, but for something simple like that, it's so wild, and that's just an everyday expense usually. Maybe it's not like that. Maybe, maybe their government.
Yeah, well, if you have kids, milk is expensive.
But I don't know if it's pushed like that in Canada. If they're big milk drinkers,
Well, they're pushing them.
You'd probably avoid it.
they're pushing them to process milk. This is what happened in Lebanon. They don't have milk in Lebanon readily available like they did here. I don't know about now, but when I was over there, you just didn't walk in and buy a gallon of milk where there was a whole rack freezer of them. What they use is the powdered milk. It's called Klim. It's milk spelled backwards, Klim. And I could not get used to that when I was over there. I had to have real milk for my coffee. It just tastes different. But that's what happens when you get to the point, and this is what happened back in the 50s when things got really expensive during the McCarthy era. My mom had to buy carnation milk, the powdered stuff.
I feel like you could get almond milk cheaper, and they would just push non-dairy substitutes.
Yep. They're finding that almond milk is not healthy, and this was something I've been trying to tell people. Whenever you consume seed oil, or something like almond milk, it's like there are lectins in seeds, and lectins are bad for the body. And they're just finding this out, but the research has been out there for decades.
It depends on what you're getting.
Right. Well, seeds have lectins. Period. There's lectins in seeds.
But yeah,
lectins are the thing that keeps insects and birds and other things from eating them.
My body enjoys almond milk. Yeah, but they're rinsed so many times through. It's not like you're getting them out of the field. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's in the seed.
It's the same thing with they say cyanide in apples or whatever.
The seeds.
Yeah. But the odds of an apple killing you are not really that high.
No, but an apple seed killed one of my chickens down in Dania.
Well, that's a whole different scenario.
Yep. You don't feed apple pits to chickens.
I find liberals to be more hateful than the conservatives. All conservatives in their eyes are women-hating narcissists.
Yeah.
I'm over here. Well, it's weird. I think there's two different societies of incels and people that don't like women. I think there's like the young kids that just don't get picked a lot or whatever, and don't end up talking to a girl, and they just kind of like have some kind of experience where they just hate women. And then there's people like Simon that have gone through the ringer and just kind of assumed that all of them were the worst after that. So I do think there's like two communities of incels nowadays, and it's like older, 45 and up men that are either sick of women or just had the worst draw of, or just, I guess it's just bad judgment. I guess it's on you in the long run.
Yeah, it is.
Choose if you're gonna choose to be with somebody. But yeah,
over on one of the sites I used to go to, she says their pickers are off.
But to be fair, Dory seems nice.
Oh, I like her. I hope she comes back.
Yeah, she sounds nice.
Yeah.
She sounds like she would add a lot to a conversation.
She sounds like I could have a real good conversation with her.
Don't drink milk.
She touched on all the things that hit my pillbox.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, and it's nice to cook with whole milk. To be fair, like I would rather cook with that than have to do other substitutes. Sometimes I'll substitute out butter, but
no, I don't substitute anything, and I render my butter. I give the way to the chickens.
I would rather do butter than milk, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, render your butter. You'd be surprised how much better your food will taste. Get all the water and fat out of it, heat it up, let it melt, and then take all the clear yellow part and put it in little cups or something, and take that water and fat that's in the bottom and get that out of it.
Oh, you want to hear the worst story, Gonzo? Since you like goat milk. Gonzo said, I was raised on goat milk and it's so good, it's bad. So
yeah, we like goat milk.
In Tennessee, they make this drink, and it reminds me a lot of eggnog. It's called boiled custard, and it's in like the exact same carton that they put goat's milk in. And I was expecting this like sweet treat, and I got goat's milk, and I had never had goat's milk before. It was the worst thing. I spit it all over the kitchen, and Oh yeah, I was so mad. I was like, why would you even keep this in the house? Who drinks this? We're not goats. Like, why are we drinking this? I was so
Yeah, I
angry.
prefer cow's milk, but we have feta cheese by the brick in this house.
I also don't understand cow's milk. I don't get it.
I drink
I
it.
think it was.
We
I
go
think it's
through a
part of
lot
the
of it here.
cereal. I think it's part of the cereal industry, and it's got a bunch of sugar in it, and it's not good for you.
Oh no, I use it in baking a lot. I like to drink chocolate milk.
Don't get me wrong; it's good to cook
Yeah,
with. It definitely is good to cook with, just like eggs
yeah.
are.
We
But
make
I
yogurt.
think eggs are way better for you than something like milk.
Oh, I have an egg every morning, but we make yogurt with it. It's one of the reasons we go through a lot of it. Whole milk.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's good for cooking with.
Yeah,
Most ingredients, I mean, most recipes would suck without it. It does a lot.
true.
Cousin deleted me off of Facebook because she found out that I voted for Pereira. Pereira. It's like
You
the
know,
water.
I'm hearing that from a lot of people, both in Canada and in the U.S. I mean,
That's a new thing, though. That's a new
people are
thing,
so
though.
petty.
Yeah, I think people are getting way too caught up in politics. I don't
Yeah.
feel like because it went to a point where the reason it wasn't a big deal in the last, let's say, 10 years, and it just became a big deal is because people just didn't talk about it, and now people are talking about it a lot more. So now they just wanted to be able to talk it. Like, I don't know. I feel like
Well,
nobody wanted to ever address any of this stuff.
Trump was
And
coming out with a great campaign when he decided to originally run for president. And the only thing the Democrats had was fear porn. And that's
but
what they used.
but I think it's very important that this isn't the only thing you can talk about with people. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, in order to maintain those relationships, like, no, I don't think somebody should block you because of who you voted for. But to maintain those relationships, you got to be able to talk about something else besides politics.
Yeah, we do
And
that in this household. We
yeah,
just
you
avoid
have
talking politics. And when the guys start talking about politics, I just leave the room because I
to.
live with Biden supporters.
That's a fun time.
I love living here, though. It's restraint, it's discipline. You just don't go talking
I don't know. I think
politics
it's a
like
good. I
that
think
with
it's a good
people these
balance.
days. Huh?
I think it's a good balance, though. I need to have. I do have a lot of liberal friends, and it
I do too.
keeps me grounded because
I
I
do
can't say
too.
all of the things on my mind, but I can say things to make them think about the situation a little bit more. Like, it's the same thing I kind of do online. I would rather get people thinking about it more rather than just
Hmm.
a lot of people are way more abrasive than me. I try to ease people into my political views.
Yeah, I just don't discuss it unless they ask. I can talk about it with you. I can talk about it mostly with people online, but around here, I do my gardening. I play with my chickens. I'm enjoying life here. I really am.
Dark Sage, what interesting political question do you have for the panel? Um, and by the way, we do have a guest showing up here shortly.
Okay, great. Oh, making cheese is easy.
A movie is
Yeah.
being made about President Dwight Eisenhower from his time, Supreme Allied Commander, and
Yeah.
winning dictator day. You ever met?
I'm going to give on the fence an easy recipe to make cottage cheese in the chat.
I don't really know. To be fair, I don't know enough about Dwight Eisenhower. How much do you know about Dwight Eisenhower, Muddrabit? I know you know more than me.
Dwight Eisenhower was before Kennedy, and I'm a little too young to remember much about him. I do know that he warned us about the military industrial complex because my family kept talking about it. And then in the 90s, when the internet became available, I read articles where he warned everybody about the military industrial complex. And that reminded me of conversations I had heard the adults talk about. My memory as far as politics goes stems back to Kennedy, because my family were huge Kennedy supporters.
So basically, if you guys can't see Dark Sage's comments, just because actually I don't remember ever talking to him. That's why I was just reading them first to kind of vent them a little bit. But apparently, there's going to be a movie made about Dwight Eisenhower, and his question was basically, he or she's question was basically, do you think they will do it right? I don't know. It just depends on what studio gets it. And I don't know. There's so many games going on right now with like movie stuff. I don't know. They could portray him bad or they could portray him good. There might be a good documentary.
Well, Hollywood's going to fundamentally change when all of this is over. Hollywood is going to change. We're going to get rid of a lot of the demonically suggestive stuff. That's going to go away, all of that, because a lot of those people are into some really disgusting things. A lot of them are going to get arrested. You know, just think of Diddy. You know, these people are sick.
Diddy didn't get arrested.
Huh?
Diddy didn't get arrested.
No, he didn't. But a lot of people are on the radar.
I mean,
now.
I guess he had a little bit of a charge, but I think he's going to get most of it. And it sounds like it sounds like Trump's going to subpoena or pardon him.
He might have gotten some information because one of the Q posts asked us, when do birds sing? So you go for middle management, you pressure them to sing, and you catch bigger people.
You think, gosh, do you think it would be beneficial for Donald Trump to pardon Diddy?
No.
No.
No. Whether he does or
I
doesn't,
don't
think so.
I don't know what Diddy did when it comes to things that were illegal and things that he was charged for, because now it's almost seeming like, and I knew they were going to try to paint it in this way prior to the case starting, was that these were two consenting adults in all of these encounters, or people that were paid to be there, or you know.
Yeah, nothing he did was illegal. I think what they got him on, other things kind of got reduced. He was a cog in a bigger machine. So I think trafficking was in there somewhere. We don't know that for sure, but it had to be.
I think you got something for transporting something across sex workers across state lines.
Right. And
that's the only charge he actually got.
Yeah, he's a cog in a bigger machine. So he had to have sung to have his sentence reduced. And I'm sure he sung really well.
Yeah,
we were told that would happen. We were told that would happen because one of the posts says, "When do birds sing?"
You just didn't know what bird it was going to be?
No, we had no idea. There's going to be a bunch of them.
It's probably true too.
Yeah. Loretta Lynch will be another one. That's why they're calling in all the AGs, all the way back to Bush, the attorney generals.
Yeah.
They want dirt
what
on
are they going to
higher-ups.
question? What are they going to question them about? That's what I was trying to wonder.
I don't know yet.
Don't they have to bring specific questions forward? Or
well, when
subjects?
Bill Barr was in office, 9/11 was the big thing. So I'm sure they'll ask him about that.
Are they open to ask him about Epstein? Like what can they be questioned on is what I mean.
That would be the guy from Miami. That would be the Obama administration AG and the guy from Miami.
Who? What are you talking about?
What's his name? Arroyo? Something like that? The one that was prosecuting Jeffrey Epstein and the FBI or somebody came to him and said...
But that's only one level of it.
What?
I was wondering if they would question Hillary Clinton on it or anybody else.
They're working their way up.
Is Ghislaine Maxwell really gonna testify?
She already did. She's already agreed. She's agreed. She's going to testify to 100 names. So we get 100 names.
And what's our cost for that? She gets a nicer jail
I'm
sentence.
sure it's a plea bargain. I think they're sending her to Tampa. I could be wrong. They said Tampa.
I feel like she's only going to go for celebrities and people that are.
They're going to put her in a soft-sided prison.
So, do you
Those
think
people must be really big?
When whatever release of information happens, do you think it matters how much information comes out about Trump, or do you think the majority of people, if they see him on the list in any way, shape, or form, will think he's already just more involved and doesn't want to release the information?
Who?
So, say Donald Trump does something to get all of this information put out.
Mhm.
Say he, I don't know.
Well, he's using it. He's using it for leverage right now.
But say he brings a bunch of people out on a list, and then he's also on the list. Do you think he'll be eventually vilified for that, no matter what extent he's on the list? Like, do you think he's ever going to?
He's not on the list. If he's on the list, it's
he's
on
even
the
said,
flight log.
But that's what I'm saying. He's even said he's at. Is that enough for people to just never trust him again?
Well, you never let me finish this one. That's why you don't understand. He's only on the flight logs from Miami to New York because his plane was being serviced. As far as the list that everybody's talking about, that's the poison in the well. There's a list, but it's not the one everybody thinks it is, because the Democrats made up a list, put a bunch of innocent people on it, and figured they would poison the well with that. We've already been told that.
So I think this is going around in circles. What I mean is, if he had any involvement with Epstein, and he's already admitted to what it was flying on a plane with him and having him at the Mar-a-Lago and stuff like that, yes, and apparently throwing him out. So I'm saying, is that enough that people just don't trust him after that, even if he releases other people on the list? Wouldn't people just think he's holding stuff back about himself?
No, because
why wouldn't a sitting president hold back potentially bad information about themselves but release it on other people?
If you look at what I said earlier about this operation having been started in the mid-60s, he was chummy with all of these people. So in the 80s, there was I think it was Barbara Walters that he had the interview with. And I remember this interview, and it's around a lot on the internet now, where they asked him, if they asked you to run for president, would you? This is the setup. The Democrats thought he was in their side. The Democrats thought he was one of them because he was a Democrat. He wasn't just a Democrat. He was getting dirt on all of them. This is a real James Bond thing.
I just wonder if he's ever going to be able to shake that. Because I
don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares. I think the people that are in power and the people that are supporting Donald Trump are going to get a shadow cast on them about this.
Bill Clinton didn't. It didn't happen to the people around Bill Clinton.
I think it's going to happen to people like Bill Clinton. I think that this stuff is going to come out. I don't.
No, I mean the people around. The people around Bill Clinton weren't ruined by his reputation.
That's because his reputation hasn't been disproven yet, to be honest.
Monica Lewinsky?
Yeah, that wasn't. And
that's proven. The blue dress.
The craziest thing is he used his testimony from what he had learned in his previous case before Monica Lewinsky. That's why he said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, because how they defined sexual relations, he was innocent.
Well, crooked judges and the expediency of politics.
Yeah.
That's how they get off the money.
Short system and a lot of money.
This is all going to come out. All of this is going to come out. It's going to be all laid out over the next 10 years. And the thing that the Anons have been waiting for all this time is happening now. We're so excited. And who was it Pam Bondi went after? Oh, they're going after George Soros.
Or they don't. What is he? How old is George Soros?
Isn't he in his 90s?
Is he the one that we need to be going after? I
Yep.
really don't think he's pulling the strings anymore.
I don't think he's pulling the strings. I think his son Alex has a lot to do with
You
it,
think-
but they're
you think
near
he
the head of the
knows?
snake.
Do you think he knows who's pulling the strings anymore?
Who, Soros?
Yeah, at his age.
Soros only knows who's above him.
Yeah, I think other people are in control of Soros.
Yeah. There's always somebody in control. There's a hierarchy.
Especially at that age. Like, don't
Mhm.
get me wrong, when they're young and hungry, you can see what they're doing.
Right.
But
Well, he's passed his scepter on to his son Alex, the one who married Huba Abedin, Hillary's ex-assistant.
what's going on with the lady, the Walmart sister?
The Walmart sister.
Yeah. Apparently, one of the Warrens or the Waldens that
Oh yeah, she's not one of them by blood. She married in and divorced.
yeah, and apparently she's spending their money interestingly,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what
Walmart
her
came
ties
out the
were,
very next day with a
because
statement
she
to
was
that.
one of the biggest donors in
Yeah.
a lot of the weird stuff that's going on recently.
Well, she's tight with Hillary Clinton.
Is she though?
Yeah.
Is anybody really tight with Hillary Clinton?
For only as long as Hillary needs them.
Yeah. Yeah. I was listening to Milo Yiannopoulos and Candace Owens did an interview.
Mhm.
And Milo, without missing a beat, he goes, "That's something we all forget to give Donald Trump credit for." He goes, "He stopped 2 women from becoming president. And that alone is an accomplishment." I'm like, all right, I see you.
You know, I think they were chosen because they thought they could slide a woman underneath and just get her in. But Kamala Harris was a big joke.
Oh, gosh. And you have way better of a chance with Hillary. It's just because nobody voted for Kamala, and it was forced on even the Democrats. And they were
Nobody
like,
voted for Hillary.
yeah, but
They got rid
Hillary
of
was-
Bernie. They bribed him out.
Hillary had more backing than Kamala did, and people did vote for Hillary.
Right.
She did have to win primaries. She did have to win things.
In the beginning,
Kamala, on the other hand, never had to win anything, and
Well,
then she just got placed in that position when he tapped out or whatever.
in the beginning, they bought off Bernie. So nobody really chose her. They bought off Bernie. That's why he has all those big houses. And that's what the whole Seth Rich thing is about. They tried to say it was a hack, a Russian hack. And I think Seth Rich, and there are people out there that will attest to this, technical experts, downloaded it, and the time it used, it had to be one of those little discs, downloaded to a disc. And I think he's the one that gave it to Julian Assange.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Gonzo.
Mhm.
He said, "I heard that Texas Dems are in a town near me."
Yep. They're up there in Illinois. Q
Yeah.
Enterprises, I think it was called. There's a place up there that has like a convention. It's a convention center. Q Enterprises, which is a joke.
You think it's just all? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it can't all just be tied in like that. I don't know.
It is. It is. And when you see the pattern, it's astonishing. That's what I was trying to explain to Prop. Everything is connected. And this is so connected to the spiritual, it's not funny. I'm eating, which is why I keep hitting my mute.
Yeah, QC Enterprises. That's a flooring company.
Q Enterprises, it looked like. It was a big Q and was it Enterprises? It's a convention center. I forget what town it's in. Gary Franchi from the Next News Network tried to get in to interview them, and they stopped him out at the entrance. So he stood out at the entrance and reported on it. So you'll see it on YouTube on the Next News Network.
Like a stadium or something?
A convention hall. A convention hall. At least that's what Gary Franchi said.
Oh, this is in St. Charles. The Q Center.
That's it.
It's in St. Charles. It's hosts meeting at Q Center, the Midwest premier convention venue, with what is that? 1,500,000. God, I can't even read it. A lot of square feet.
They're all holed up there. And they vowed not to come out until they get their way, stomping their feet like a bunch of 6-year-olds.
They can have up to 2,000 guests.
Yeah. Can you hear my cat? He's purring.
Yeah, Pritzker's gangster. You know, when he wants to do stuff to avoid certain taxes, he just takes all the toilets out of his house.
Yeah, he's in trouble too.
That way he doesn't get caught up.
They're all going down.
It's not a resident if you don't have a potty there. Can't hear the
What does
kid.
he have? An outhouse?
Who? No,
Pritzker.
He just takes them all out of the properties that he owns, because then he doesn't have to pay taxes on them like they're a livable house. Because
And what does he do with the houses?
He just keeps the property.
Oh, okay. Legacy stuff.
And then doesn't pay the same taxes he owes.
Right. That's like in some states you can bury somebody in your yard.
I assume a residential property, you pay higher taxes because of the residents in it. So you would have to have running water. You would have to have certain requirements to make it a legal domicile.
Oh, yeah.
And so I assume that's why he took the toilets out.
Uh-huh. That wouldn't wash down here, I think.
No.
No, you wouldn't be able to rent the property. The health inspector wouldn't even give you anything on the sale. He'd say you got to have a toilet in here.
Right. Well, no, I don't know if they were doing it as listing it as a storefront or part of his campaign, or you know what I mean.
Using it for
campaign
meetings.
Headquarter. If it's a campaign headquarter that nobody's sleeping at, who knows?
Or maybe he's got one communal toilet and all the other ones are removed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
what
what
cat won't leave me alone. Get off my lap.
On the fence says she can't hear the kitty.
He climbs up on my chest and he's a loud purr. And he sticks his nose under my chin.
They say he used to walk across the keyboard all the time. That was funny.
That was Bella. She used to come and sit on it. I have a picture of me watching Zoe on Saturday, and she's sitting on the keyboard. She doesn't do that anymore because I don't have a desk anymore. But the problem is when Noni and Shadow decide to play, they go, when they get the zoomies, they come running through and jump across the bed. And sometimes they hit the computer and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, I'm lost.
It's
Yeah,
11
no, my cats.
o'clock.
Luckily,
Yeah.
my cats don't do that.
Well, I've got 4 of them. And this one's only a year old.
Well, my cat is Jody's human. Like Jody's her human, so she doesn't really do
Yeah.
that.